Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome on this wonderful Sunday in the United Kingdom for the Silverstone uh, race. The British Grand Prix 2025 is about to begin. I'm Kenny Charter. I'm accompanied by Kevin Korstein. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Yeah, welcome to the most awaited Grand Prix, but not the not the dry one that we expected. It's gonna be full wet race for the entire Saturday Sunday.
We were expecting potentially rain for today. Well, you know how United Kingdom works. Very often on that side we're disappointed, or from a racing perspective, we cannot really call it disappointment. We are going to have uh, rain the whole afternoon. So probably not constant, but it's gonna be rainy the whole day. And we're expecting to not use the slick tires at all today. It's currently raining at the time we speak. You're gonna see it on the live images pretty soon. Um, a quick description of the track. You probably know it. It's the common F1 layout for now quite a few years, with um, a pretty fast sector 2 with a very famous Max Beckett Chapel stretch, faster sector 2 and 3, a slower sector 1 with a slow turn 3, 4, and 5, where we're going to see some battle, especially in the first lap. Um, there are plenty of spots to overtake here. The only issue is the two DRS zones that you're gonna see, that you're not gonna see being used today, um, typically help to compensate for the dirty air. We are not going to have this uh, today, at least.
Yeah, totally.
As far as the weather is looking, DRS is gonna be disabled the whole race. Um, a pretty costly pit lane. Maybe not the most costly of the season, but it's above 20 seconds, including the stop time. Um, and we won't even speak about expected strategies by Pirelli, knowing that the race will be undergoing in wet conditions. Now to the grid. Um, so after the results from yesterday's quali and a few adjustments, namely two. The first you see there below, Riley Swenson will start dead last, unfortunately, following an incident in Q1, forced to change, I believe, the gearbox. That if that was communicated. A breach of the park fermé rule. Start from the pit lane. Um, Robin Keisner will start from 19th, behind both Alpines that had a pretty rough Saturday. Missed the mark by not so much time. They were 1/10 off the cut line in Q1, but the 1/10 was on the wrong side for them. Sam Fact will be looking for another comeback performance today. Started dead last in Austria, finished P8. Looking to do the same today. Afonso Cassinho for Haas. It's been a rough stretch for him in qualification. But the driver is so talented, you can expect he will put on a show. He's put on a show already in Austria, finishing P5 from a pretty far starting position. Josh Nathaniel, Duarte Sardinia, uh, both had a pretty strong qualifying in Austria, respectively pole and P5. They will start from further back today. Michael Zwart, the Saturday King, earlier this season, and even lately, he started P3 in Austria. He was not lucky in Q2. Yesterday will start P12 today. In P11 and P10, Jaoulé and Aaron Eichen both were in the points, if I'm not wrong, in Austria. Jaoulé certainly was. He finished fourth, looking for improving his starting position. Kevu and Springfield, after her 3 spot penalty, will start in respectively 5th and 4th row. Next to Springfield, Jack Teff, the championship leader, with yet another Q3. It's been 2 races in a row though that he missed the points, so it's time for Jack Teff to get back to scoring, because Quarto Kevu is on a 1-2 stretch in Canada and Austria, which means a total of 43 points in the last 2 races. And further up the standings, in 3rd row, we have both rookies, Verhaeren and Van der Steen, who will start 5 and 6 today. Those guys keep surprising me, keep surprising everyone, and they have a great chance at a podium finish today. 2nd row, Lucas Ray, reigning champion, Land de la Cruz Ferrari star driver. Little story from yesterday. Wright decided to follow De La Cruz in Q3 and managed to beat his time by a mere 12 milliseconds, taking advantage of the slipstream in Sector 3 notably. And front row with Jason Roy in 2nd. The Racing Bulls driver is in top shape, 3 podiums in the last 4 races, and Eetu Väisänen with his 2nd pole of the season. He's the other Saturday King this season.
And now we are on the grid. We can see how wet it is looking. It's pretty wet out here, and we will be hoping it's getting better, but it doesn't seem like it. We have now 5 red lights.
And lights turn off, and away we're racing in Silverstone. A pretty decent start from Väisänen, Jason Roy following right behind, and actually tried to attack on the inside of turn 1. He's gonna have a good traction going into turns 3, 4, and 5. I believe Verhaeren overtook De La Cruz. Yes, he's in 4th place, right behind his teammate Lucas Wright. If I'm not wrong, Jack Teff gained a spot. Van der Steen actually lost 2 spots from the start. Lost 1 spot from the start, actually.
Yeah, Quartegevus got the Springfield on the start and made 1 move up. And Jack Teff is up to P6 now.
Interesting for the championship. Teff and Kevu separated by the rookie Van der Steen at the moment. So conditions seem pretty optimal for the intermediate tires, but we're on the limit of the full wet, to be honest. Just looking at the images now, they're very similar to what we had in Q2 yesterday. So if it becomes worse at any point in time, we might well see a stint in this race in full wets. But forecasts tend to foresee a slight improvement
And Van
in
der
the
Steen
next
is
5
actually
minutes.
trying on the last 2 corners to overtake Jack Teff, but didn't work out for him this lap. He might be trying again on turn 3. He's on the slipstream.
The young Belgian driver is really fearless And what a talent he is. You'll be hearing his name for, I believe, quite a few years to come. Just like Van Allen, just like also other rookies from this season who have started early this season. It's wonderful to have these two guys now on the grid. Two more great talents adding to the density. And definitely filling the gaps left by Belichick, Ureta, Snicek. Well, Snicek was one of those guys as well. Incredible talents showing off from their very first races.
And we could see Jason Roy trying something to, but can he now try to overtake? He is looking. Is he close enough to try something? No, not yet.
The DRS is disabled, but this trait is long enough for Slipstream to have some kind of impact. And we will probably be looking at some overtakes in this turn and also towards the end of Sector 3, I believe.
Yeah, but everyone has been so far so good. We haven't seen any contact yet with anyone. It's looking good for everyone so far.
Now filming Zhao Lei and Aaron Eigen. A little bit of a train, a non-DRS train, let's say. It's going to be difficult to overtake here, of course. It's going to be easier when the tires will wear out, I guess. And tire management will be important for drivers to create those opportunities later on.
Yeah, now it's the moment of the tire wear. They can test the tire wear now. We can see what team has the best tire wear, because this track actually eats tires in the wet.
It eats tires on the dry. It normally doesn't too much on a really wet track, but if the track dries out like it's currently happening, it's not too warm today, fortunately. Only about 20 degrees. It's at least 5 less than yesterday. But these inters, especially in dirty air, and if the track dries out, will be burning at some point. So strategy-wise, there's gonna be a decision between committing to a one-stop strategy or a two-stop. At some point, it will happen. It will be in the equation.
As we see here, Willy Verhaeren trying to push Lucas Wright, trying to close into Jason Roy.
But I like Lucas Wright's strategic choice. The experience this driver has is incredible. Of course, he is the reigning world champion. He is not reigning world champion for no reason. We can see he's already entered tire management mode, conceding a slight gap to Jason Roy and A2 Väisänen.
We can see how close Jason Roy actually is to Väisänen. This is Väisänen's back camera view now. He's actually
the
looking.
Exit of Chapel now.
And can he now do something? He is closing, he is using the slipstream
He's
to
very
a good
close.
use. He is going side by side now.
Is he able to outbrake Väisänen around the outside? He does! What a move from Jason Roy!
And
This guy is in top confidence and one of the most beautifully constructed overtakes of the season. My goodness, without even DRS.
Yeah, and it's his home race. May the home race be with him now. May the luck be with him now. We have seen the home race curse.
And you can hear the crowd erupting as they see Jason Roy leading at home in Silverstone. We're only 5 laps into the race, and of course, a lot of things can happen, but he takes the best of starts on his quest to a home win.
Yeah, we'll see if it pays off now. Väisänen is the next one to try something.
I don't believe so. I believe he's also trying to manage the tires now.
Yeah, Jason Roy is already a second clear of Väisänen now. And we can
Meanwhile,
see how Verhaeren
Wright is holding off a couple cars.
Väisänen, Lucas Wright is actually holding off Philip Verhaeren, who is trying to overtake his teammates.
By the way, quickest car on the grid at the moment is Aaron Eigen's Williams. Much faster than Jack Teff at the moment. It looks like Eigen has a chance to, with a strong race pace like this, if he manages to control the tire wear, of course, he can climb up the leaderboard quite a bit.
Yeah, Jason Roy now bringing the fastest lap in 1:37.0. So he is the fastest man now.
With clean air, indeed, it's quite logical and also well seen strategically to push after your overtake to make sure that the car behind does not even try to attack you in the next couple laps, or I would say the next dozen of laps. And Verhaeren is at the same time having the slipstream of his teammate and defending against Liam De La Cruz. In fact, Lucas Wright's slipstream helps Verhaeren to not worry too much about conceding the slipstream behind him, I guess. But that's excellent news for Lucas Wright. He has clean air in front of him. Of course, now Väisänen also has it.
Yeah, but Väisänen is actually keeping up now with Jason Roy. He's actually has closed in a little bit. Not too much, but keeping the same pace at least. So yeah, they are both going away with this. But it's early days to say so, so yeah, we will see when the tires are starting to count out. And Liam De La Cruz
actually moving to the side, but not committing to the braking zone. It's of course, as the track is drying out a little bit, the racing line is of course the better line. It's more difficult to brake outside of it. And speaking about rain, we have a message coming from the Alpine garage telling that we're gonna have some grade 2 rain and near grade 3 rain in the next 5 laps. So it is going to worsen a bit again.
We're on lap 7 now, and yeah, the conditions are getting a little bit worse, but not too much to worry about. And will he?
I'm just staying very close to Jack Tuff.
He was looking. Jack Tuff knows he can't make anything. He can't let Van der Steen pass because he knows Quartegew is right behind him. And right now talking about Michael Smart is outside of the points, so Quartegew will gain points on Michael Smart and overtake him on the standings.
As it stands at the moment, of course. Starting position is important in any race. Even more so when you have a fairly regular race in wet conditions without DRS. And even more so when most teams will privilege the one stop. And so far it's looking like most cars are actually trying to work in that direction. It would be a little bit foolish in my opinion to go for a 2-stop. Unless your name is Jason Roy and you just send it in the next 20 laps. And then you commit into a 2-stop. But
I don't
Defending
think
it
it's
also
happening.
means risking mistakes. So
Yeah, he can't make any mistakes now. He has to consider everything now because he's leading. He has the clean track. He has the clean vision. He knows, and he knows Väisänen is right behind him by 2 seconds. So he needs to hold his tires now.
we're gonna call this group the Lucas Wright train. Then behind the Springfield train, between 9th and 11th place. Well, 3 cars. Well, it looks like Springfield rejoins the Lucas Wright train. They're literally 9 cars following the Red Bull driver.
They're all following Lucas Wright now because Lucas Wright is losing time.
And even with somewhat less spraying, less spray, it's still quite a lot of spray. And you can see with this cam angle that there's fog around this place. You don't see the other end of the straight. From the end of the straight, you don't see Chapel.
Oh, Springfield. Springfield is
actually
attacking.
being attacked by Springfield.
Yeah, Kortekevu defends it off. He was actually looking at Vandersteen, but he left the door open and Springfield instantly used it as a vantage.
And now there's a tiny bit of gap between Tef and De La Cruz.
But Kortekevu knows he can't lose any points. He needs to gain. He needs to overtake Vandersteen someday. And actually Väisänen has closed the gap again. It's 1.4 seconds now.
Väisänen's feeling more comfortable at the moment, looks like. And you could clearly see it rains a lot more than a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, it's raining a lot more now.
So far, no major driving mistake from anyone. We've seen a few wides, exits, but not really.
Yeah, that's just
anything major.
Yeah, that's usual mistakes on the wet. I've seen them a lot.
Wide exits and spins. We've seen spins yesterday. Liam De La Cruz is now pressuring Philippe Verhaeren.
Liam De La Cruz will have a chance there to try something, but will Verhaeren try the overtake on his teammate? No.
And Red Bull's top speed making the difference here to defend. You could see how easily they both had slipstream. You could see how easily Verhaeren distanced himself from De La Cruz.
Yeah, we have a team radio from Lucas Wright. I just can't push great on these tires. So complaining about these tires seems like a temperature issue for him.
It's it could indeed be temperature related, or just the car with that setup struggling to find consistent grip in these conditions. The gap is increasing with the top two, but at least he has clean air in front of him. He can manage his tires as opposed to all the cars behind him.
And as we see here, Väisänen has closed in and he is actually very close. Is he gonna try on the 130 AR? No, he isn't. But he's looking. Is he side by side? No, not yet.
Probably after Magnus Beckett's Chapel, there is a chance if he manages really to stay close enough. He is close enough, but he drives a Ferrari, and Ferrari do not know what top speed is.
Yeah,
is it gonna be enough to overtake Jason Roy? He's trying, but no. I'm afraid it isn't.
Yeah, now we can see Philippe Verhaeren is actually pushing hard, and ooh, there was Liam De La Cruz is actually looking.
You can see the Ferrari has so much more stability and ease in those fast turns, but their deficit in the straights make their life so much more difficult in the race to battle.
Yeah. And yeah, we will see how the race develops because it's lap 11.
Lap 11, and you might say not much happening indeed for now. But
Wait
the
until the
most
first pit
interesting
stops.
part in wet racing is not when those inters are new and clearing water quite efficiently. It's when they get worn, and there comes the question what to do. Pitting earlier and trying to undercut, or trying to push on the worn inters, but then that's where issues may happen. That's where overtake chances may happen. So it is gonna be a chess game. It is gonna be a different kind of chess game than Monaco, for example, where it is
And actually,
practically impossible to overtake.
and actually,
Here it
Lucas
is
Wright
possible.
has started pushing. He is starting to go in the top 2. And he's dropped Philippe Verhaeren. And Verhaeren has dropped Liam de la Grasse now, and Jack Depp is right behind him.
It's very possible that Lucas Wright was overheating a little bit when the track was drying out. Now that the track is a lot more wet than earlier, looks like the Red Bull's working just better. And Verhaaren's following that pace, so it's general tendency for Red Bull at the moment. And they're just closing the gap progressively to Väisänen.
Yeah, and we can already see Lucas Wright is already closed in, so the Red Bull has woken up. And yeah,
I believe
they are closed in.
the overtakes will be seen with cars with different strategies, and the the drivers who will be able to lose the least amount of time overtaking guys with worn tires when they pit will have a sizable advantage if they can pull off this sort of undercut. Because undercutting is good in theory, especially in these conditions. But there's a but.
Yeah,
Let's say you are De La Cruz. You pit 2 or 3 laps earlier than your rivals. You exit 17th from the pit. You need to be able to drive faster than the leaders, which means you have to pass them all without losing time. So there's going to be a chess game, for sure. It's a very special type of situation, especially if the conditions remain consistent, of course, and the inter conditions for the whole race, which is what is being forecast, but we never know.
Yeah, we have a team radio.
You can see
here.
even with a slipstream, Jason Roy is able to pull away in the straight.
Yeah, we have a team radio that was like a few laps ago already. Marathoner on the radio calling just no power out of the corners. Seems like the Alpine is not looking very good here.
Maybe the Alpines are struggling with the high downforce setup. They're not having the kick at the corner exits.
There might be.
It's gonna be a difficult weekend for Alpine if nothing miraculous happens from now on. Even for McLaren, when you look at it.
Yeah, McLaren's
not in the points at all.
Yeah. So far, everyone has kept their places like they were, apart from Jason Roy and Väisänen. But don't worry, we will see some moves soon, because the tires are wearing out. And again, we can see the Ferrari is really close.
Yeah, they have an easy time in those fast corners. They're loving Michael Beckett's Chapel, but the issue is they can't overtake.
And we can see Liam de la Grasse looking to try something on Philippe Verhaeren. Will he type him? No. And he's actually really close to try something here.
You can see the speed deficit for the Red Bull. It's incredible.
Yeah, we can see how
he has a slipstream. He cannot even get alongside.
Yeah, we can see how he's actually the Red Bull and Racing Bull are pulling away from the Ferrari, But on the slipstream they are getting close to the corners, but on the corner exits they are losing out.
And look at De La Cruz applying maximum pressure on Verhaeren. Is he gonna be able to build an attack that is strong enough that even with a lower Ferrari top speed is gonna be able to pass? That's the question.
Yeah, you can see instantly how he's losing time. He's not gaining, and actually Jack Def is looking to try something, but Weisen and William de la Grasse is defending hard. He needs to at the same time defend because Williams' straight line speed is better than Ferrari's. And Jack Def needs the points. He needs that.
Now the Verhaeren train is escaped.
And we can see Liam de la Grasse is trying to overtake on Maggots and Beckes.
They're side by side. They're side by side, and Verhaeren has the outside in Chapel, and it will remain in front. What an attack from De La Cruz.
It's not over because there is a lot of battling going on now. Quartegevu is now trying an overtake
on Van der Steen, but Van der Steen is able to defend for the time being.
And now Sora Springfield will try. And there is a yellow flag now. Something has happened. We don't know yet, but are we seeing?
Looks like it's Michael Zwart.
Now we
lost positions.
And what happened?
What happened for the Dutchman?
Oh, we're on wide, and that's the issue you can have. On
he almost spun.
Yeah, he was lucky that he slowed down.
He had a slow rejoin on the track because he had to drive across the curb from the wrong side, so
we can see how
not
close,
easy.
Yeah, we can see how close Liam de la Grasse is actually to Philippe Verhaeren. The top 3 is gone. It's 5.4 seconds already, and looks like it is closed in on top 3.
Could it be the first effects of
tire wear
right there?
No, he is not. Yeah, it might be the tire wear already working out. And is he gonna try the inside line? No.
Look at how De La Cruz is.
And
really has it easy in the corners.
Quartegevu has lost the position to Springfield.
Springfield managed to pass him. Yeah. Incredible.
And we can see again. He is looking to try something here, and actually looking at the back.
And Van der Steen able to pass in Maggots. What is he doing? What are the rookies doing? They're inventing.
Yeah,
they're inventing spots to overtake.
Yeah, championship contenders are still. And what is going on?
Van der Steen is not done yet.
Van der Steen is trying another overtake on the Ferrari now. And
not quite happening now. He backed off, but. He's on fire.
And Quartegevu type bombing Sarah Springfield back. Now we are seeing some action.
And careful around the outside of turn 18 and managed to pass.
Yeah. Quartegevu is the type bomb god.
Turn 16, sorry.
Yeah. The dive bomb gods we have heard.
It was not a dive though. It was all around. This time with finesse.
Yeah, but he's back. He got his place back, and we can see the battles are starting now. They are getting nervous, and the tire wear are starting to kick in.
The tire management creating some differences.
And we can see Quartegevu is looking to overtake Jack Def. He knows now Jack Def is next. It's not the rookie anymore. Is he gonna try something in this section of the track? Not yet. And we can see how close Väisänen is. Ferrari have woken up. Ferrari have actually woken up here.
Both Ferraris in excellent position, and De La Cruz trying to attack where the Ferrari is strong, which is the corners. But the issue is, look at how the Red Bull is able to pull away as soon as there is a straight. And unfortunately, Verhaeren will not concede anything.
And he's still side by side. He is still trying. Oh no, he's lost it.
Is he trying to dive at the end of the straight? It looks like he can't. Verhaeren keeps the position. Van der Steen's right behind De La Cruz actually.
We can see how the McLarens are looking actually to get a pass on the Williams and on the Sauber. So McLarens and everyone is starting to wake up on this race. On the 17th lap we are starting to see action. And it's Philippe Verhaeren train that we have here from 4th to 20th. They are all together on the track.
Pretty much. Sometimes groups split up, sometimes groups rejoin.
Yeah, Liam Delagrasse is actually looking again to try something here. Is it gonna work out for him now?
One thing that we can't say is that he did not try. He is trying. Definitely trying.
Again. And now we
Watch
can
out.
see.
Van der Steen behind him. The Mercedes top speed is maybe not Red Bull's, but it's superior to Ferrari. Is Van der Steen able to pass around the outside? Not quite just yet.
We have a yellow flag here. And it's Lucas Wright. Lucas Wright did something.
Lucas Wright with a mistake.
And we can see now
in
what
turn
happened.
15.
Yeah, we can see what happened now. And ooh, it's already
just locked up.
Yeah, it's and got straight on. That's the mistake you can make on the wet. But he lost 5 seconds, 6 seconds entirely to the leading cars. What a costly mistake for him.
This changes the perspectives quite a bit, because Lucas Wright initially was the one with a gap. He's now eaten that gap with his mistake.
Yeah, we have.
At least he hasn't lost the position.
Yeah, we are seeing that they are the top 3 was the fastest guys on the track so far. But now, yeah, and we can already see that Philippe Van der Steen is actually closing in on Lucas Wright, on his teammate again. Verhaeren is closing in, and he capped Liam Delagrasse instantly. So he needed that motivation now. He got the motivation and instantly closed in on Philippe Verhaeren.
And Verhaeren, who is now putting pressure on his teammate, who maybe lost a bit of confidence after his mistake.
But yeah, instantly, and Liam Delagrasse is following on. And we can see on the back, the McLaren is trying to defend at the same time, trying to do something against Egan. He went a little bit wide. He's gonna compromise his line.
Tardino's really close.
Yeah, Jason Roy having mechanical faults on his car.
The race leader complaining about potentially something wrong with his car. We don't quite know, we don't quite understand what yet.
It's not looking good for the leader, but right now he's holding on. The home curse. Let's hope it's not happening for him. We are not gonna say anything because we know the commentary curse is real.
The commentary curse is real, and with all due respect, it's even more real when it's from my end. We've had examples quite recently.
Yeah, Canada.
Not only.
Yeah, we have had on multiple occasions.
But indeed it was.
Yeah. Now we can see Väisänen is actually pressurizing Roy. And he's not closing in. He's just looking. He's not closing in. And we can see the gap. It's 6.3 seconds to the leading two. We have a team radio from Maradona again. We're slow in the corner, slow in the straights. I'm heavier than a boat. We can't even keep up with the some facts. Guys, we need to build a new car. Not quite happy with the car as it seems.
The focus back on both Red Bull drivers in 3 and 4. Following each other. Well, one following the other since the start. Which is a young Verhagen.
Quartekewu is actually looking to overtake Jack Def. Jack Def has lost Van Haren. Van der Steen.
Overtakes getting difficult, of course, when you are not right behind the car you're trying to overtake before doing the move.
Yeah, maybe we got like 5 to 6 laps maybe when we get our first pit stops.
It depends. It might actually happen earlier, depending on and whether a team wants to undercut.
Let's see what Quartekewu is looking, and he knows Jack Def. Jack Def knows Quartekewu is right behind him, and Quartekewu knows he needs to get past to get more points, and he is looking. Is he gonna try something here? Is he gonna dive bomb? No. Egan was looking to overtake Springfield now. And Quartekewu is pitting. So Quartekewu is taking the early gamble to try something for Racing Bulls. That might work for Quartekewu. We will see.
Kevu trying the strongest undercut. Will he be right? We'll have the answer in probably 10 minutes or so, as other drivers need to pit as well.
Yeah, he's gonna be dead last, and he's gonna be on the pretty good clean time. And yeah, he's gonna have a lot of clean air. Everyone going through turn 3, turn 4 now. He's going out to the pit lane. Yes, he is. He has a really big, like 9 to 10 second gap. Yeah, 11.3 seconds. Not too much. We will see in 5 or 6 laps. Philip Vararen losing Lucas Wright again and losing the confidence that he had, or the focus. And Liam Delagras is closing in with Van Haren.
De La Cruz lost the slipstream of Verhagen. It was potentially not foreseeable because remember, Ferraris do pretty well in the medium fast corners compared to the Red Bull. At this point, the tire heat becomes and is a factor for the drivers to manage. And look at Lucas Wright actually making parts of his ways back, sorry, on A2 Väisänen. He's only 2.4 behind. And Väisänen conceded ground again, as we've been saying for a couple laps now.
Yeah, the gaps are starting to open finally. Not seeing any more fighting going on. They are starting to open the gaps at the top 10. They are starting to concentrate on the tires. They know the tire wear is getting pretty high. Quartekewu is the only one, we are keeping an eye on him.
And Kevu has a chance to be somewhat behind even the back markers. So he has these laps to card strong enough laps to make his undercut work.
Yeah, he has a good chance to try something. But right now it seems like, yeah, he's gained for like 1.5 seconds already. So it's working for him. But it's the second lap. or a first full lap on the tires. So we will see.
We are nearing halfway point of the British Grand Prix. We're also nearing the point where a lot of these cars will have to pit for new inters, presumably.
Yeah,
Conditions are fairly stable. Rain has... Well, it's a little bit inconsistent, but it's definitely manageable. We've been seeing this for more than 30 minutes. The drivers are able to reasonably push and race on this track in these quite wet conditions.
yeah, we have a Springfield or even Aiken, Eren Aiken train ongoing. Both Williams trains ongoing. The top 7, the top 6 have pushed away. No signs of them anywhere. And Kortekevu actually is gaining a lot, and now Liam Delagrasse is pitting. Now that, where is Liam Delagrasse coming out now? Is he behind Kortekevu or ahead? We will see in a few seconds time. Jack Deff and Eren Eigen is pitting. Meret Önner is pitting.
Both Williams in the box.
Yeah, they are double stacking.
Watch out for the double stop.
Yeah, we're seeing that now. They might have a 4-second gap, we don't know that.
Went smooth with De La Cruz.
Let's see now where Eigen now, Jack Deff now pitting. Is it gonna be a good pit stop too? No, Eigen is being holded up. And Eigen now, and it's gonna be a lot. And there is a yellow flag now. Kortekevu is actually gaining a lot. Is he gonna be ahead of Liam Delagrasse now? No.
His tires are still cold. That's important to know.
Yeah. We have Verhaeren here. And ooh, a spinner. Ooh, and the first spin. The rookie mistake.
Verhaeren with the driving mistake. It's the first time that he races the full distance in these conditions as well in an F1.
Yeah, but Kortekevu didn't get the overcut that he wanted. But he's still ahead of Jack Deff. And a long way ahead. So the undercut worked at the same time and didn't work. And again Jason Roy is trying to hold off Väisänen, who has tried in the last 20 laps or so. Is Jason Roy or Väisänen pitting now? And now they're continuing on. Seems like the undercut is not working very well around here. But now Springfield is pitting. Who else is coming in? Verhaeren is coming in now. We're waiting Springfield now.
Two very important pit stops, especially the one of Verhaeren.
And a good pit stop by the Red Bull crew. And Liam Delagrasse is ahead. Is Kortekevu gonna be ahead? Yes, he is. Kortekevu is gonna be ahead of Springfield. He's jumped quite a lot, but now Verhaeren, Jack Deff is ahead of him. Is Eigen gonna be ahead of him? Yes, he is. And Meret Önner is not far behind. And Meret Önner is right behind Verhaeren for the time being.
Focus on Riley Swenson. Right behind. Two cars following super close. Michael Swart is in a pretty intense sandwich at the moment. And the leader, Jason Roy, is now pitting at the halfway point for new tires.
Yeah, Väisänen is continuing on. And we are hoping for a good pit stop here. And it's a very good pit stop by the Racing Bull crew. Nathaniel is boxing. And Riley Swanson is boxing. So, yeah, they are coming in. Where does Jason Roy come out now? Is he gonna be in the middle of the pack? Yes, he is. He is gonna be in the middle of the pack. Nathaniel now looking pretty good. Riley Swanson looking pretty good. Where does Nathaniel come out now? He is behind Egan. Is he gonna be ahead of? No, and Maradona is right with them, but no. Nathaniel is right ahead of Maradona. And Jason Roy is the only one to be on the back. Everyone else right behind.
Funny to think about it.
Yeah, Quartekevo has a chance now to close in on Liam de la Grasse because Liam de la Grasse is right behind Michael Swart and he's holding up him.
Jason Roy making a strong statement, managed to undercut Väisänen. He's looking to break the curse, the home curse. He now only needs to keep a steady pace and avoid mistakes. The latter will be quite difficult, of course.
Väisänen is still continuing on, Lucas Wright is still continuing on, and Van der Steen is continuing on. Seolei and Sardinha is pitting now. And then now it's the moment we are waiting for the top 3 to pit, so we can see where are they coming out on the back of Liam de la Grasse. Seolei now. A pretty good pit stop so far. Very good pit stop by the McLaren crew. We are waiting for Bayer.
Excellent indeed.
Bayer.
The dance of pit stop continues.
A good 2.5 second pit stop for Bayer.
So we have provisionally Jason Roy, Liam de la Cruz, knowing that Väisänen has to pit still, but he's losing so much time on his one tires at the moment.
Yeah, we could see what we could see the leader gaps now. 22 seconds are you losing on the regular track. And yeah, Liam de la Grasse might be second here if Väisänen keeps out for another laps. Because right now it's Jason Roy, Liam de la Grasse, maybe Väisänen, then Quartekevo, Lucas Wright and Springfield for the top 5. And now Lucas Wright is pitting, so Väisänen is still continuing on. What is Ferrari doing? And actually Van der Steen is continuing on. And now at the moment of truth, where will Lucas Wright come out?
Right, with a pretty good adventure in the pit lane.
Is he gonna be ahead of Quartekevo? It's the moment of truth now. Or
It looks like he is.
Yes, Quartekevo is in the main straight, just crossed the line. Quartekevo is going through turn 1, turn 2 now. And we can see Quartekevo, and he's right behind Lucas Wright. So yeah, he's right now in 3rd place. Lucas Wright is in 3rd place as it stands, and Quartekevo will be 4th. So the undercut worked for Quartekevo. He gained 2 places now. It didn't work out for Jack Def, but we are still waiting until everyone else pits now. We are waiting until this man.
Active with now Springfield in front of him.
Yeah, we are
Not
still waiting.
great deal at the moment.
Yeah, we're still waiting until this man right here on our screens and the next man after him on the back of the straight. Pits. Is he gonna pit this lap? Yes, he is. He's taking the pit lane now. Will Van der Steen pit? No, Van der Steen will take the lead now. Väisänen now, let's see where will he come out? Is the main question now. Alfonso's pitting.
And it's a decent
0.6.
stop for Väisänen.
0.6 second stop. And we are now
29 laps into the race, 23 remaining. Most cars have pitted already, but
and now
Van der Steen extends his stint.
Some facts, Michael Swart going through and right ahead of his teammates. So now Quartekewu didn't find time.
And
Leandro Lagras was actually found
look
more
at how De La Cruz's undercut managed to get him right behind Väisänen.
Yeah, but now they
There was a gap before the stops.
Yeah, but now they have some overtaking to do, and they are actually letting Lucas Wright and Quartekewu right behind them. They're only 2.1 seconds behind them. So now it's the main race starts.
And from a championship perspective, he now has, he kept the advantage from his good start and the gap, and he is 5 spots ahead of Jacktef, 3 ahead of Kevu, 2 ahead of Lucas Wright. It's could it be a 4-way battle for the championship? It could well happen.
Yeah,
and I was mentioning earlier that those on new tires have to cruise through.
Väisänen now is side by side. Is he gonna get past Michael Swart? Not yet.
Not
no.
quite. He's not able to at the moment.
And Mike Swart will continue on. So in fact, he's pitting. And now we can see Lucas Wright is trying. And there is a contact.
Oh, there's contact. There's contact between Lucas Wright and Lime de la Cruz.
What a moment to witness.
Nothing so far, no collision, no incidents, but there was just a contact.
Look at how far
what
he came from.
There?
Yeah, he came
from
wow.
Far.
That
what a bold move from Lucas Wright, trying to dive De La Cruz, and De La Cruz is again caught in an incident, but this time it is not even his fault.
And the Ferrari get devastated, of course they are. They are now trying to... and this is in fact pit stop on the replay.
In fact, just pitted. He will be quite far back at the exit.
And
now if we just listen to the radio from Lime de la Cruz.
And Liam De La Cruz got the penalty. What?
De La Cruz gets the penalty?
But it's...
Wait, did the stewards consider he turned in? This is weird.
Because Lucas Wright actually came from a long way. This is really interesting, but the penalty should have gone to Lucas Wright. Because Liam De La Cruz didn't do anything wrong. Lucas Wright was actually the one who tried the audacious move. But oh well.
Was he ahead at the apex? I don't think so.
He was. Liam De La Cruz was ahead on the apex, so it was his corner.
Yeah, De La Cruz was ahead.
Yeah. But oh well, that's racing. We can't do anything, and this is the stewards. And Lucas Wright is pitting.
Did stewards consider that he did not leave the space at the inside? That's weird.
Yeah.
This is going to be a controversial decision, I believe. And in the meantime, Michael Swart is just firing
and we
all
can see
cylinders.
That the front wing change. There is another yellow flag now.
Pitted immediately.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Wow, it took so much time. So much time.
And what has happened? And we can see now who is it. It's Geisner. On the last 2 corners, spinning. Yeah.
Oh. Spin from the Kicksauber driver.
Yeah. And it happened. Where will Michael Swartner come out dead last? Not very good weekend for him so far. It was better.
And Van der Steen still not pitting. I'm surprised.
Yeah,
I'm
Jason
surprised
Roy is 3.4.
because he's getting undercut now, or is he trying the all in? If there's a safety car now, he's like, I don't know. Overcutting doesn't seem to create any sort of advantage, of sizable advantage, at least.
Yeah. But we will see if it works out for him. We're on lap 31 out of 52. If you are just joining us, we have had a collision, our first collision of the race. Liam Delagrasse and Lucas Wright came together, and Liam Delagrasse got a penalty somehow, which is pretty interesting. But it's the steward's choice. We can't do anything about it. And yeah, that was the action that has happened so far this race. I've seen a lot of pit stops already. Some gained places, some lose places, and yeah, that's it. That's about it.
So now A2 Väisänen pitted way later.
Yeah, he will have the.
And he actually used that advantage.
Yeah, he has the tires now to use it.
Against Jason Roy.
Yeah, he will go to the end now. But will Quartego get to the end? Is the main question.
And on the other hand, Liam Delagrasse with damage.
He's actually keeping up. Yeah, he's actually.
Can he defend?
Yeah, he's actually has a 4.8 second gap, and he's actually pushing to
He
try
has
to
floor
keep up.
damage.
Yeah, and the front wing damage. We can see on his front left that he has damage.
Front left and floor.
Yeah,
On the left, indeed.
there's quite a bit of damage. We can see that there is a big piece missing.
There's even floor damage on the right side where he was not touched directly. That's maybe something we missed from earlier.
Yeah, maybe there was something else. But
Do we
will
have a better
see.
view? Yes, there's definitely.
Yeah, there is. We can see there is a hole. Yeah.
Yeah, there is floor damage on the right side as well.
Yeah. So the floor got hit pretty badly then, or is it from earlier? We can see now. Yeah,
It's
there is,
definitely
yeah.
damage on the left and the right.
Yeah, we can see how much actually there is. We can see again now on this corner.
The left is definitely recent.
Yeah. The right is pretty interesting. How did he got it?
Well, he's gonna have hard times in corners, but the Ferrari is already efficient in that department. And what if it just fixes all Ferrari's issues in straights? Imagine. What if this damaged Ferrari is just faster?
Yeah, because he's actually keeping up with Quartego. He's actually keeping up.
He's definitely keeping up.
He has the confidence to push, so maybe that fixed the car. Which is a funny thing to say, but it might have helped Ferrari. And Van der Steen is still continuing on. He haven't bitten yet.
I'm really questioning why Mercedes is making their drivers stick with their tires for so long.
Maybe it's for they are waiting for the safety car, but it's too late, I think, because Jason Roy and Bison and Quartego and Liam Delagrasse is in the pit stop window with them. already. So he might come out on B7 or B8 even.
Or I would even say P12. To be honest.
Yeah, it didn't work out. It's the 1.3 seconds. He's already, yeah. He has lost everything. We can already see the next car. This strategy haven't worked out for him.
Definitely not.
And he's actually losing so much time that we can see on the corners how the racing force of Jason Roy is gaining. And maybe that's it for...
Was Mercedes hoping to maybe get to slicks at some point, or just the safety car? I don't really know. We would need to hear from them.
Yeah, he's now bidding. What is the strategy?
He's forced to. It's forced to. It no longer has grip anymore. Those inters are almost slicks by now.
Yeah, where will he come out now? Now waiting until the pits. On the back view, we haven't seen the back view of the pit stop yet on this season. It's the first time, and there was a pit stop mistake on the front side of the car. So he will lose a lot of time now. He's coming out now, and yeah, Mercedes' race is over. They're not anywhere near the top they were. And yeah, even Sam Fact is past him. Springfield again throwing the car around on B5 right now. Pretty good for her.
Sarah Springfield with already a pretty strong finish from a bad start. When was it? Yeah, it was in Spain. It was a podium in Spain, where she qualified, I think 14th, climbed all the way back up to the podium. And
yeah, right, actually, I'm gonna close your eyes. No, it didn't happen. You can continue.
Väisänen
Oh,
right
he's dying.
behind Jason Roy.
Oh, he's not confident enough. And actually, Liam Delagrange is keeping up after his damage on both sides of the floor and on the one side of the wing.
Liam Delacruz finding performance out of damage. Out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's lap 36. We haven't seen.
Remember, he has a penalty.
Yeah, he has
Did the stewards maybe anticipate that this Ferrari, this broken Ferrari, would be absolutely broken strong, and they had to penalize it?
Yeah, right now they are.
He's the fastest on track at the moment.
He's right now 1.9 seconds, 0.9 seconds ahead of Springfield, and 5 seconds.
The only guys that are faster than him are so far behind and with fresher tires.
Look at Cortegevo. He was first in Austria. Or what was before Canada? Was it Austria?
It was in order Canada, then Austria.
Yeah, it was Canada.
He was one in Canada, second in Austria.
Yeah, and now third.
And could be third here.
Yeah.
And Väisänen is now putting so much pressure on Jason Roy, who, remember, has a lingering issue from quite a long time ago. We don't know what it is.
And he's looking, he's closing, is it enough? And he's trying!
And he manages to dive successfully! What an overtake from Meitu Väisänen! The top speed certainly wasn't there, but the cornering ability of the Ferrari. And what a driver he is! Ladies and gentlemen, what a maneuver from Väisänen! It's incredible!
Yeah, taking the lead from the home hero right now. Jack Def is the next home hero here. Jason Roy now needs to find everything. He needs to get all the fans' luck together to try something.
15 laps to go, and Eetu Väisänen with fresher tires manages to make an overcut work in these conditions.
We had a brief yellow flag. And we have a replay. Who is it? It's Xiaolei.
Xiaolei in the
McLaren.
McLaren.
Ooh, and straight on. from the corner.
That's a really strong lockup.
Yeah,
Unfortunately
it's
for him, he lost 3 positions.
yeah, it's actually hard to see if it's a McLaren or a Mercedes, because Mercedes was a silver at one point.
Exactly, that's where the confusion was, and well,
Yeah,
they're a Mercedes powered
yeah, they are.
team anyway.
They were like they are right now McLaren Mercedes. And right now
Absolutely,
with their chrome livery, it seems like they are Mercedes, better than Mercedes itself.
it's true as well. Vaisinen trying to create some kind of gap.
Breathing space between Roy and Bison. It haven't worked out so well. Now it's actually now 15 laps to go. Officially 15 laps to go now. Everything is to play for Ferrari to gain something around here.
Racing Bulls 2 and 3. De La Cruz 4th, but he has a penalty.
What are the standings?
Springfield, though, is 5 seconds behind, so at the moment the penalty does not translate into anything.
Yeah, what are the standings right now? Looking right now, because Racing Bulls will gain a lot of points on Williams, but Williams is
Lucas
actually
Wright lost everything in the operation.
Yeah, Lucas Wright is speed 20. Not looking good for him, and there is a yellow flag. What has happened? There is a long yellow flag. Who is it? We don't know yet. It's Riley Swanson. And what happened? Oh, he spun. A pretty bad place to spin. Let's hope it's... Did he got moving? Yes, he got. Right in time before red flags. Or safety cars. Anyone who is joining right now, as we have 15 laps to go, Väisänen is leading by 1.9 seconds. He just recently overtook Jason Roy for that first position. Jason Roy, our home hero, of course. Then it's Quartekevu right behind him, damaged. Liam de la Grasse, whose Ferrari is working wonders, as we can see here. Then it's Springfields, Jack Deff, Eren Eigen, Nathaniel, Philip Verhaeren, and Duarte Sardin here, ending out top 10.
Worth mentioning, fresh info, the track keeps drying, and rain that is already quite low at the moment, will keep decreasing in the next few minutes.
Yeah, will we see
So
DRS?
are we looking into potentially a scenario where those inters will overheat and maybe another stop will be required, maybe not for slicks but for fresh inters?
Yeah, maybe. But Quartekevu
Is
has...
it possible?
Yeah, but maybe we will see DRS activated sometime soon. We don't know yet. Maybe it's gonna happen.
And if that is required at some point, Michael Schwartz and Wesley van der Steen have fresh enough inters to where they certainly do not worry about any kind of overheating. They have the tire life to withstand it.
Yeah, and we got the updates on the constructor standings right now. At this point, Racing Bulls will gain 33 points and Williams will gain 14 points. So the gap is 25 points now. It's getting closer.
I would say the gap was 25 points. It is theoretically at this point it is down to 6 points.
Yeah, Racing Bulls are starting to fight back finally.
And watch out, Ferrari will score 37. They were 63 back, and they're also coming closer. Mercedes are the big losers today. And Red Bull will score a few points depending on where Verstappen finishes, but it could have been huge with Lucas Wright's podium up until the incident. There's some kind of hierarchy that has been settling for a few races, and we know how the second half of the season is going to be shaped up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a championship battle again. And the last race, of course, we haven't talked about this yet, this rule for this season, that is only for this season, because next season it's gonna be back to normal. We have double points for last race, which is pretty interesting, and we haven't talked about it. We have time to talk about it here because there is no action. And yeah, we will see how it works out. And Michael Swart is trying to overtake Sam Fact now, or is he defending against Sam Fact? But Sam Fact has it better on the corners, and he pushed off Michael Swart now, and Sam Fact now has enough momentum to try an overtake on Rally Swanson. Can he get past now?
Could happen in Sector 3, indeed. Or earlier if Sam Fact wants it.
But yeah, right now
Now the gaps in...
Right now in the Drivers' Championship, Jack Def will lead the championship, but Quartergevo will get closer and overtake Michael Swart, who doesn't get any points. There is a yellow flag now. We saw it's Maradona. He was pretty slow coming back to the track. What happens? Ooh, a rookie mistake.
Maradona, who just spun.
He had some sort of issue in the Silverstone testing he did for Alpine, for Red Bull, indeed. So yeah, basically the same mistake.
Usually as a driver, if you struggle in Silverstone...
Oh, Sam Fact trying again.
Oh, Sam Fact, what an overtake. Whoa. What an overtake in Cops. That was awesome.
Yeah, we have seen drivers colliding like 2021 we saw. There was a pretty big collision between Quartergevo and Randy Belasik.
And we've seen start incidents in that corner as well.
Yeah.
As cars struggle to pass it side by side anyway. And wide exits.
Oh,
and
there is a lot of battling.
gravel.
Lucas Wright is actually looking to try and do something to get back the positions that he lost.
It's almost a desperate attempt from Lucas Wright from that far back. But he's fighting until the checkered flag. And that's beautiful to see.
Yeah, we are not seeing anything happening in the front of the back, so we are seeing some back of the back fighting. Actually, racing bulls are closing in on each other, so maybe there is a team order going to play out between those two to let Quartergevo get past to gain more points on Jack Def. We will see.
I kind of doubt they're gonna do that, but it would be a good idea, I agree.
Yeah, because Quartergevo will gain more points.
There's a clear leader in the team, and he's definitely the more experienced Kevu over Jason Roy. That's for sure.
Yeah, Quartergevo is now under 1 second, so we will see what the Racing Bulls does. It's a Ferrari sandwich between Racing Bulls.
And Kevu is now within a second of Jason Roy. De La Cruz is losing ground progressively, trying to just stay far enough away from Springfield to keep his 4th position. The problem is, if Springfield comes within 5 seconds, she has a whole train behind her.
Lucas Bright is looking everywhere to try and pass these guys, but Robin Geisler just overtook Maradona. So Maradona is definitely now struggling after his mistake that he made. We have 10
We
laps
call
remaining.
that the race against the last place.
Yeah. We have seen only one mechanical fault this race.
Into Vaisonen's lead, 7 seconds. He is looking to just cruise to his second race win of the season after his dominant win in Imola.
Yeah, we're seeing him right now on the screen. Just taking it slowly and concentrating, which is hard to do on the wet track. But here he is, alone. Maybe we could see even the racing pools. Yes, there they are. Yeah, it's looking good for so far for Väisänen, and the Ferrari itself. It's looking very good. It's looking promising. It's getting more promising as the season goes on. Jack Deff and Springfield now battling each other. Springfield will have the inside line. Deff on the outside. Deff successfully squeezing out Springfield now. Will Egan or Nathaniel try something? Nathaniel is really close from Egan. Is he gonna try something to turn 3? And
remember, the further we advance to the race, the more tire wear is gonna be an important factor between the cars.
And ooh, there is a mistake. And now the mistakes are creeping in for Liam De La Cruz, I think. Yes, it is. And yeah.
Oh, locked up.
And that's the
locked up in turn 3.
Yeah, that's the
and this definitely ends his bid for the 4th place. But he will lose probably all the points.
Yeah, but he needs to now push away 5 seconds because he got the 5-second penalty.
Indeed, and just like that, Jack Teff, who just seems to maneuver and move away from trouble, he's 5th and virtually 4th of the Grand Prix.
And look at this, Quarterkevu right behind Jason Roy now. Is there gonna be team orders now? Or will they let them fight? Because they know Väisänen isn't catchable anymore. And they are not trying. And Quarterkevu actually has hauled his tires pretty well.
Remember, he pit earlier.
Yeah, he pitted like 4 to 5 laps earlier than Jason Roy. Even more.
Think three laps before Roy, but a good 6-7 laps before Väisänen.
Yeah. So yeah, Väisänen is clear now, and actually Liam De La Cruz has pushed away. He has pace.
He is so resilient, never gives up, but we'll see if he pays it at the end of the race.
And we'll see what the team does now, because racing pools know if they let Quarterkevu past, Quarterkevu gets more points in Jack Deff. If not, then that's okay too, because Jason Roy's home race. They know it's his home race. We will see. We have not too long to go. Very few laps to go. 8 laps? 6 laps? Something like that. It's not long. 7 laps. Jack Deff is still holding on. He's 5th place now. He got past Springfield. And he's now 5th. The gap is closer now. But now Deff is fighting back. He has closed in on Liam De La Cruz.
Jack Teff is not waiting for the penalty to
we are waiting
kick in.
And he is trying, he is looking round the outside. Is it gonna work for him?
Is he able to pass? Yes, he does! Jack Teff, the championship leader, with a wonderful move.
And you can hear from the ones that was needed for him.
And now, what if... Well, he's 6 seconds behind. This is gonna be tough. But what if? We'll see if he manages to push and put pressure on Kevu. Kevu is so close behind Roy.
Actually, Liam De La Cruz is looking to try something again to get it back. And what is the gap now between Quarterkevu and Jack Deff after this race?
Now
We
Jack
will
Duff
get
could
the
actually
update.
save De La Cruz's race, because if he manages to follow him and he's fast enough, he could escape again from Springfield again and the others.
Yeah. I don't think there is gonna be an overtake. They are just gonna let it be how it is. Quartekevo is real close. Is he gonna try here? Yes, he is. Quartekevo, a wild Baltic bullet, like they say.
And he almost made it.
Yeah.
He almost made it. That's the craziest part.
Yeah. Jason Roy's issue is going even worse now, so it's not going pretty good for the Brit.
And this just favors Jack Duff's return. 4.5 seconds.
Yeah, he's closing in. It's gonna get pretty interesting.
Definitely closing in.
Yeah,
And De La
we have
Cruz
more
now
rain.
attacked by Springfield.
Yeah, we're getting more rain now. Yeah, I've heard.
Rain intensifying.
Yeah, we can see already on the cameras. It's lap 47 out of 50, so this race is not over yet.
And we're saying to Kevu that this grade 2 rain will last until lap 50.
And
So
now Racing Bull needs to think clearly. They need to let Kevu past because they know Jack Def is closing in. They know now there is now something to worry about, the points that Kevu will lose to Jack Def. But he's still gaining
and
points.
what a dominant drive from A2 Veselen, 10 seconds ahead.
Yeah, he's
just more comfortable than anyone else in these conditions.
Yeah, he knows how to drive the Ferrari, and Liam Delgaras is actually keeping up. The fans are cheering both Brits on because they are on the top 5 both, which is a pretty good achievement for both of them on this race weekend. Jason Roy being the first in second and Jack Def being the fourth. Pretty good weekend. So far no home curse being hit from them. Yeah, we will see. Springfield and Egan now. Egan will know and he needs to overtake Springfield.
Something tells me we're gonna see action between these two before the end of the race.
Yeah, we will see. And actually, Jason Roy has closed in on Väisänen. 2 seconds took, and yeah, it took last lap. He took 2 seconds off Väisänen.
There's a chance that he used all the ERS on one lap to try to create some distance.
Yeah, he's actually closing in on Väisänen now. So this battle might not be over.
Väisänen is controlling for sure.
Yeah, but this battle might not be over. And Def is actually losing time now on the both Racing Bulls. The Racing Bulls have woken up.
And Jack Duff suffering a tiny bit more in these last laps, and from a potential comeback on the two Racing Bulls ahead, the damaged car of De La Cruz is still applying pressure.
Yeah, but Liam de la Grasse will now fall to 9th place after his penalty being applied. Sardinha is actually just within the 5-second gap. Maybe even more, maybe in 10th. He maybe even loses the positions or the points. We will see. But yeah, actually Jason Roy has closed more. He's 0.8 seconds. 8 thousandths of seconds quicker than Väisänen was. So Racing Bulls are actually pushing Jason Roy now to try and close in, but Quartekevo is right behind them. So this end will be Yeah, 4 laps to go and this ending will be
4 laps to
pretty
go.
interesting. Jack Def defending hard on Liam Delagras and Springfield. Jason Roy defending hard on Quartegebu. Both Brits on pretty high positions. And actually Quartegebu is real close now. Nothing working out for him yet. Quartegebu is closing in. We can see how he closes in. Is he gonna try something around here? No, not yet. But yeah, there is gonna be battles for sure before the end. We have 3 laps to go. People who are joining now on the live stream, we have had quite a race so far. Ryzen started first, now he's first. He was actually second for the most of the race, now he's back to first. Jason Roy was leading the race now, he's being pressurized by Quartegebu. Liam Delagras made quite a mistake and made collision with Lucas White. Oh yeah, got Liam Delagras got penalized by that. And
Now, all the train of cars is back in, back right behind Liam de la Cruz. So, catastrophic scenario so far for him.
yeah, but Racing Bulls will gain most points here. Definitely, if they are not colliding with each other now. They need to control this because 3 laps to go. They can't battle now. They need to see the position. And actually, Liam Delagras is on the grass. Liam Delagras on the grass. We saw it happening. And actually, Quartegebu and Jason Roy being side by side now.
Kevu is not giving up. He's trying to overtake with the inside in the last 2 turns, but Roy has the better in the last turn because he
This
is
not over yet because in the straight
the
line
inside.
we can see Quartegebu has a better exit. And Jack Def is actually closing in on those two. And Quartegebu got the place now. And Jason Roy will not be very happy about it. Definitely
What
not.
a maneuver from the Estonian
And
driver.
you
He
can see-
manages to overtake Jason Roy.
And you can see Jack Def is closing in.
Jack Tuff right behind and taking advantage of the Racing Bulls battling together.
And can Eren Egan now overtake Liam Delagras to get something? But Liam Delagras actually is keeping up with Springfield. He got overtaken by Springfield, but he's now keeping up. And Nathaniel actually is looking to try something on Egan. Williams and Racing Bulls need all the points they can get. This is getting interesting for the second half of the season.
Just Nathaniel might have another shot. This
And
lap.
he's actually
Oh,
gotten Egan. What the fly pass.
manages to do the outside at Cops.
Yeah.
Josh Nathaniel is flying and
Xiao
Lambert
Lei
is right in
is
front of
fighting.
him.
Yeah, Xiao Lei is flying. They both McLarens are flying now. What the way to end.
Jack Tuff is 1.9 seconds behind Jason Roy. 1.5 lap to go.
Oh,
Can he
and
do
look,
it?
Liam Delagras is now trying to re-overtake, but Springfield will have the outside line to the inside now. And he got the place back. Everything is going on now. It's a final lap of this race. The leader may be decided, but second place is not decided yet because Jason Roy is right behind Quartegebu. This is getting very interesting. And Quartegebu is safe.
1 lap away from happiness for Väisänen. Less than 1 lap away. He's much further into his lap, of course. And Kevu, as it stands, will finish second. Get 18 points. while Vassinen gets 26.
And here is the man of the hour. The man of
Into
the weekend.
Vassinen, what a performance.
Yeah, he's looking strong. He has done everything right. He has done everything. Got the strategy right, got the overtaking right, got everything right for today to win this. And the fans are happy, of course they are, but they are more happier than ever because the Ferrari's back on the top step of the podium. Who is gonna be second now? Quartekevo will be second, and Liam de la Grasse is actually fighting. Quartekevo will finish second. It's a racing pull, 2-3, but Jason Roy and Jack Def will be 3 and 4.
And the victory goes to Vassinen. Well deserved victory. What a Sunday. What a weekend. He was just the best driver out here.
And actually
the whole weekend.
And actually we have to applaud these two, Jason Roy and Jack Def. What a weekend they have thrown for us.
And the battle continues, and Jack Def back to scoring points. This is critical for him, as the last two he failed to do so.
Yeah, this was a pretty good weekend for them all. But yeah.
And the third place for Jason Roy in a 5-week span.
Yeah, what a weekend for them. And
Vassinen confirms pole into win for the very first time this season that it happens. The poleman had not succeeded to win yet. Kevu from 9th to 2nd, fantastic race. Even ahead of Jason Roy.
Yeah, he's still consistently, Quartekevo is still consistently on the points. He has not been outside the points after his DNF at round 3, was it? If I remember correctly.
Notable comeback, Josh Nathaniel from 14th manages to finish P6.
Eetu Väisänen was close for having a first Grand Slam on the season, but yeah, Jason Roy lead the most of the race, and yeah, that was about it. The late pit stop worked for Eetu Väisänen. Quartekevo was second, Jason Roy third, Jack Def was fourth, Sarah Springfield, Joshua Nathaniel, Eren Eigen, Duarte Sardinha, Felipe Verhaeren, and Liam de la Grasse ending the top 10 after de la Grasse got this penalty by making collision with Lucas Wright. Looking through the rest of the grid, we didn't have any DNFs. Interesting. Haven't had any.
We technically don't have any DNF. That's wonderful.
And going to the Drivers' Championship now.
Jack Def losing a bit of ground despite a strong finish, but because two of his 3 main rivals finished 1-2. With Väisänen's win, and the fastest lap gets the maximum of 26 points.
And we could say
Kevu.
Yeah, we can say that we have a 4-way white, not a 5-way white, because Simon Trisnik is not racing in F1 anymore. But 4-way white for the championship.
Definitely a 4-way battle, and 4 cars from different teams as well. That's important to mention. And on the constructor side, the equation is such a different picture than it was 2 months ago. Not even 2 months ago. Williams still in the lead, but only 10 points ahead of Racing Bulls. Ferrari back within 54 points. Mercedes failed to score, which means that with a couple points score for Red Bull and points for McLaren. The battle for the fourth position in the constructor standings is extremely tight. Honorable mention, of course, to the other teams. Notably, Aston Martin scored 10 points today. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good and looking.
And we also had points from Sauber.
Yeah,
Yes,
Kick
exactly.
Sauber got points. Alpine and Haas didn't get any points. And yeah, we had a pretty interesting race, to say at least. Looking down the order, we have Randy Velasic, who is now 20th, and Philip Verhaeren got 2 points and is overtaken. He's yeah, the guy who he gave his seat away. Duarte Sardinha 18th, Riley Swanson 17th, Nick Weyer 16th. Sarah Springfield gains 2 points, gains 10 points, and goes up to P15.
Pretty strong weekend for Sarah Springfield. Well, not a strong Saturday, but again a strong Sunday. She's already done a magnificent comeback a few weeks ago. That was for her first podium in Spain. And she's done not exactly the same thing, but a pretty similar performance, coming back from a few places away.
But yeah, I'm gonna go down to the pit lane now to speak to the drivers, so I will see you next time on Belgium on Sprint Weekend.
Thank you everyone for tuning in and watch, and we'll be back live for the Spa Grand Prix in Belgium in a couple weeks time now. Bye bye.